Mechanics across the country are warning drivers that 7 of the most popular SUVs on American roads right now are quietly breaking down before they even reach 40,000 miles. Transmissions slipping without warning, engines losing power on the highway, dashboards lighting up with codes owners never expected so early. And independent repair shops say the same failures keep walking through their doors, week after week, from families who trusted these vehicles to last well past their first decade. This list is ranked from bad to worst, and the SUV sitting at number 1 has a failure rate that has stunned even veteran mechanics who have worked on thousands of cars over their careers. These are not obscure imports either. These are 7 of the best-selling SUVs in America. The kind of vehicle sitting in driveways, school pickup lines, and office parking lots all over the country right now, which means the odds that one of these problems affects someone you know are higher than most people realize. If you or someone you love is driving one of these 7, you need to hear this before your next oil change, so let's get into it. Before we go any further, if you want the kind of reliability information mechanics see every day, but dealerships never mention, hit subscribe here on AutoWorth. This channel breaks down what actually fails on popular models, not just what the brochure promises. And it might save you from making a very expensive mistake, especially if you are shopping right now and one of these 7 names is already on your list. Number 7 on the list is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it earns its spot for one simple reason: the transmission. Owners across the country have been reporting harsh shifting, delayed engagement, and outright slipping in the 8-speed automatic long before the vehicle crosses 40,000 miles. And independent mechanics say the pattern is consistent enough that it can no longer be written off as bad luck. On top of the transmission trouble, the Grand Cherokee has developed a reputation for electrical gremlins. Infotainment screens freezing mid-drive, backup cameras cutting out at random, and warning lights that turn on for no obvious mechanical reason. Owners who paid extra for the air suspension upgrade often report a second nightmare, compressors failing early and leaving the SUV sitting unevenly in the driveway overnight, sometimes so low on one side that the vehicle cannot be driven safely until a tow truck or a mobile mechanic can get out to look at it. Replacing a transmission on a Grand Cherokee can run well past $4,000, and that is before anyone touches the suspension or the electrical system. So a vehicle that was supposed to be a comfortable family cruiser turns into a repair bill nobody budgeted for. Think about the family that stretched their monthly payment to afford the nicer trim, only to be told at 38,000 miles that the transmission needs to be rebuilt. That is not a rare horror story anymore. Mechanics say it has become routine, and used buyers looking at a Grand Cherokee should always ask for a transmission fluid service history before signing anything. Mechanics also point out that the 8-speed unit used across several Jeep and Chrysler products has a track record of overheating during towing, so even owners who never hauled anything heavier than groceries have reported the same symptoms, which suggests the problem runs deeper than driving habits alone, and that is exactly the kind of pattern that makes an independent shop nervous the moment a Grand Cherokee pulls into the bay. It is worth noting that the Grand Cherokee is often marketed toward buyers who plan to keep a vehicle for many years, which makes an early transmission failure feel even more like a broken promise than it would on a vehicle bought purely for short-term convenience. Number 6 is the Nissan Rogue, and mechanics will tell you this one has become almost a punchline in the shop. The continuously variable transmission, known as the CVT, has a well-documented history of shuddering at low speeds, overheating on long drives, and in some cases failing outright while the vehicle still has years of payments left on it. Nissan extended warranty coverage on these transmissions for a reason, and that reason is the sheer volume of complaints and repair claims that came in from owners who had barely broken in their new SUV. When a Rogue starts hesitating on acceleration or making a whining noise under load, Mechanics already know what they are going to find before they even open the hood. A full CVT replacement can cost thousands of dollars, and since Nissan does not always allow individual repair of these units, owners are often stuck buying an entirely new transmission just to keep driving a vehicle they thought would be dependable. What makes this especially painful is that the shudder often starts so gradually that owners assume it is normal. A slight hesitation pulling away from a stoplight, a faint vibration at highway speed, and by the time it is undeniable, the damage inside the transmission has usually already progressed past the point of a simple fluid flush. Shops in colder climates report seeing the problem show up even earlier, since cold starts put extra strain on a CVT that is already working harder than it should. Rideshare and delivery drivers who put heavy stop and go mileage on their Rogues in a short amount of time tend to see the shudder appear well before the vehicle even reaches 30,000 miles, which mechanics say lines up with everything they know about how these particular transmissions handle sustained heat and constant low-speed engagement. Number 5 belongs to the Ford Bronco Sport, a vehicle that gained a rugged reputation almost overnight, but is now gaining a very different kind of reputation inside repair shops. The 5-liter EcoBoost engine has been tied to reports of stalling, rough idling, and in more serious cases, catastrophic failure that leaves owners stranded on the side of the road. Ford issued recalls addressing engine fire risk and fuel injector problems on early production models, and mechanics say the underlying issues with heat management in that small turbocharged engine have never fully gone away. Add in complaints about the transmission hesitating during acceleration, especially in stop-and-go traffic, and you have a compact SUV that promises adventure but too often delivers a tow truck instead. Owners who bought the Bronco Sport expecting Jeep-like durability are finding out the hard way that a rugged look does not always mean a rugged drivetrain. Mechanics who specialize in Ford products say the engine problems tend to surface fastest in vehicles used for short trips around town. Since the small turbocharged engine never fully reaches operating temperature, and carbon buildup accumulates faster than it would on a highway commuter. That means the very buyers who chose the Bronco Sport for weekend errands and school runs are often the ones seeing trouble first, long before the odometer even approaches 40,000 miles. Some independent Ford specialists now recommend shorter oil change intervals on the Bronco Sport specifically to combat the carbon buildup issue, a workaround rather than a real fix, and one that many first-time owners never hear about until a mechanic explains it to them after the rough idle has already started. Number 4 is the Volkswagen Taos, and this one surprises a lot of first-time SUV buyers who assumed German engineering meant German reliability. The Taos relies on a dual-clutch automatic transmission that mechanics describe as unforgiving in stop-and-go city driving, with reports of jerky shifting, hesitation from a stop, and premature clutch wear showing up well before the vehicle reaches the 40,000-mile mark. Because dual-clutch transmissions run hotter and wear faster in heavy traffic than a traditional automatic, city commuters have reported the most trouble, and repair costs on these units are notoriously steep once the factory warranty runs out. Some owners have also reported turbocharger issues on the 1.5-liter engine, including boost pressure faults that trigger limp mode without warning, leaving drivers stuck at reduced power in the middle of traffic. For a vehicle marketed as a practical, everyday crossover, that kind of unpredictability is exactly what mechanics warn shoppers to watch for. And it is a big part of why some independent shops now recommend the simpler torque converter automatic offered on rival models instead. Extended city commuters, the exact buyer Volkswagen marketed the Taos toward, are the ones filing the most complaints, since a dual-clutch transmission designed with efficiency in mind simply was not built to spend hours a day crawling through stop-and-go traffic without paying a price in wear and heat over time. Before we move into the top 3, and these next few are honestly the ones that surprised us the most, If this list has already made you think twice about a vehicle sitting in your own driveway, drop a comment and let us know which one. And if you are new here, consider subscribing to AutoWorth so you catch every reliability breakdown before you shop for your next SUV. Since we cover a new set of vehicles every week, and the next one might be sitting on a lot near you right now. Number 3 is the Jeep Compass, a vehicle that consistently lands near the bottom of independent reliability studies, and mechanics say the complaints they hear match those studies almost perfectly. Owners report stalling at low speeds, rough and hesitant shifting from the 9-speed automatic, and electrical issues ranging from malfunctioning infotainment systems to warning lights that come and go without explanation. Some Compass owners have reported the vehicle losing power steering assist unexpectedly, a frightening experience at any speed, and one that has led to more than a few service bulletins from Jeep over the years. Because the Compass shares some components with other Stellantis models that have their own documented issues, mechanics say the parts and labor needed for a proper repair can take weeks, leaving owners without a vehicle they are still making payments on. For a compact SUV marketed toward budget-conscious families, the actual cost of ownership tells a very different story once repairs start piling up, and resale values on the Compass have suffered as more buyers become aware of the pattern through online reviews and word of mouth from local mechanics. Owners who bought a Compass specifically for its smaller price tag often find that the savings disappear fast once the check engine light becomes a regular visitor, and more than one shop has reported the same customer coming back 3 or 4 times in a single year for issues that never fully get resolved by a single repair. Number 2 is the GMC Terrain, and this one catches a lot of owners off guard because General Motors has a long history with SUVs, yet the Terrain has developed a reputation for engine trouble well before the vehicle should be showing its age. The turbocharged 4-cylinder engines used in recent Terrain models have been linked to excessive oil consumption, premature timing chain wear, and in some cases, complete engine failure that requires a full replacement rather than a simple repair. Mechanics say the timing chain issue in particular is frustrating because it often gives little warning beyond a faint rattling noise before serious damage sets in. On top of the engine concerns, the 9-speed transmission paired with these engines has its own history of rough shifting and hesitation, especially when the vehicle is cold. Owners who financed a Terrain expecting a dependable family hauler are instead finding themselves budgeting for engine work at an age when a vehicle should still be well within its prime, and several shop owners say they now recommend an oil consumption test as part of any pre-purchase inspection on a used Terrain, since a quart low between changes can be an early warning sign of exactly this kind of expensive failure down the road. What makes the Terrain especially frustrating for owners is that the vehicle often drives perfectly fine right up until the moment it does not, with little in the way of gradual warning signs beyond that faint rattle, which means many owners are blindsided by a repair estimate that can rival a month of mortgage payments. Number 1, and this is the SUV that mechanics warn about more than almost any other vehicle on the road today, is the Land Rover Range Rover Evoque. Independent reliability studies have repeatedly ranked the Evoque among the least dependable vehicles in its entire class. And shop owners say the pattern shows up almost immediately once these vehicles start racking up miles. Electrical faults are the most common complaint, infotainment systems that freeze or reboot on their own, sensors that trigger false warnings, and door handles or locking systems that fail without any clear cause, sometimes leaving owners locked out of their own vehicle in a parking lot. The 9-speed automatic transmission has its own long history of jerky, hesitant shifting, and mechanics report replacements are common, well before the vehicle reaches 50,000 miles. Let alone 40,000. Air suspension components, which many Evoque trims rely on for their smooth ride, are another frequent failure point, and repairs on that system alone can run into the thousands, sometimes leaving the vehicle sitting noticeably lower on one corner until it is fixed. Because parts for Land Rover vehicles are often more expensive and harder to source than mainstream brands, what would be a moderate repair bill on another SUV becomes a genuine financial burden for Evoque owners. And that combination of electrical unpredictability, transmission trouble, and expensive parts is exactly why mechanics keep placing this vehicle at the very top of their warning list, year after year, in survey after survey. Buyers drawn in by the Evoque's upscale badge and compact proportions often assume premium pricing means premium reliability. And mechanics say that assumption is exactly what leads so many owners to be caught off guard the first time a five-figure repair estimate lands in their inbox, well before the vehicle has even cleared its factory warranty in some cases. If you own one of these 7 SUVs, do not panic, but do take a few practical steps. First, pull your vehicle history report and check whether any recalls or technical service bulletins apply to your specific model and year. Second, get a pre-failure inspection from an independent mechanic rather than waiting for a warning light, since many of these transmission and engine issues show early symptoms: a subtle shudder, a faint rattle, a slightly delayed shift that a trained ear can catch before a 5-figure repair becomes necessary. Ask the shop specifically to check transmission fluid condition and color. Listen for timing chain noise on cold start, and scan for any stored codes the dashboard has not flagged yet, since many of these systems log a fault long before the warning light actually turns on for the driver. Third, if you are still under warranty, document every strange noise, hesitation, or warning light in writing with the dealership, because that paper trail matters. If you ever need an extended warranty claim or a lemon law case down the line, and verbal complaints that never made it into a written service order tend to disappear the moment a dispute actually starts. Fourth, if you are shopping for a used SUV, and one of these 7 is on your list, budget for a full pre-purchase inspection, and do not skip it no matter how good the deal looks on paper, since the few $100s it costs up front is nothing compared to the thousands a hidden transmission or engine problem can cost later. Fifth, if you already own one of these vehicles and it is running fine today, do not wait for a problem to appear before you start setting aside a repair fund. Mechanics say the owners who come out ahead financially are almost always the ones who planned for a major repair in advance rather than being blindsided by one. These 7 vehicles prove that a shiny showroom floor does not always match what happens once real miles start piling up, and that is exactly the kind of information mechanics wish more buyers had before signing on the dotted line at the dealership. None of this means every single one of these SUVs is destined to break down. Plenty of owners drive them for years without a single major issue. But the pattern of complaints, recalls, and repeat repair visits is consistent enough that mechanics across different regions and different shops keep reporting the exact same names, and that kind of consistency is what separates a real warning from a random bad experience. If this video helped you understand what to look for before your next SUV purchase, or if you are already dealing with one of these issues yourself, share your story in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe to AutoWorth for more honest breakdowns of what actually happens to these vehicles once the warranty runs out and the real ownership experience begins. There are plenty of channels that will show you the glossy first drive, the leather seats, and the touchscreen demo, but very few that will sit down with the mechanics who see these vehicles after the honeymoon phase ends, and that gap is exactly what we try to fill here every single week. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.